year, there's typically one or two video games that really stick out from the rest, and not for positive reasons. So far, 2023 has given us Gollum, a sad excuse for a Lord of the Rings title that took such simple gameplay elements like stealth and then dialogue choices, yet somehow screwed them up. But it seems the cringiest game of the year will be releasing soon, and it is called Dustborn. It is a game where you attack enemies with words, and every character seems like they're straight out of the Saints Row reboot. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content that I create, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media so you can see when my content is posted, and of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and live streams that I create, consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. Now, this actually got its world premiere at the Gamescom opening night live, and I did live stream it, and my reaction to this trailer was definitely not positive. I think the whole entire chat was freaking out, calling it, of course, a woke cringe fest, because even though this trailer is only 1 minute and 6 seconds long, you can see what type of content they are putting into this game, what they want you to walk out with, the narratives that they are putting in this for you to experience. Now, I'm not going to play the whole trailer, but I think the game can really be summed up with its first opening line.
In a world divided by disinformation.
In a world divided by disinformation, and around you can see justice for all is plastered basically everywhere. Now, we have seen some pretty cringy games come out, and I hate using that word, but it is the best one to describe this title. We've seen pretty cringy games come out over the years, and the most notable recently are Forspoken and the Saints Row reboot. And this truly, to me, looks like the Saints Row reboot. I mean, they talk about how they're, this band of ragtag misfits just trying to find a place in the world and get justice for the ones they love. I mean, this is the main cast of characters. This is so poor looking, and then when you get into the trailer, you really see what this game is all about. You use words as weapons. It is like they truly tried their very best to make a game that could push all the narratives that maybe these developers and creatives believe in, or maybe they just simply think that this is the type of title that people want to consume, and that definitely is not the case, because as you can see, this trailer is getting ratioed right now. Now, this is a more indie title. It is being published by Quantic Dreams, which is a very big group, but the developers themselves, Red Thread Games, are pretty new. They only have 2 other titles out. But it's still getting ratioed. It's got 119 likes to 1.3k dislikes, and the comments are brutal. So diverse, so many words that have power. Silence is violence. Game of the year, absolutely. First line alone tells me everything you need to know about this game's true nature. As soon as this trailer started and we heard, oh, it's fueled by misinformation, instantly the red flags were up. Despite all the inclusivity and diversity in this game, somehow someone on Twitter will say it's not enough. This really is a game made for the Twitter/X idiots, the people that go on social media and complain about everything, how something is not diverse and inclusive enough. Creatives are willing to bend the knee clearly to these demands and make a game like this that I don't think is really gonna sell. And IGN had posted about, saying Quantic Dreams announced Dustborn, a narrative-driven action-adventure game set in an alternate version of America, and people are commenting things like, I don't know why, but this color palette screams woke. You just have to play the first 10 seconds of the trailer to see that it's actually woke. And to give you a small idea of what the developers say this game is, it says it is a stylish, story-driven action-adventure game developed by Red Threads and published by, of course, Quantic Dreams, which allows players to use their words as weapons. This is what they're banking on, that this is going to be cool. It says, set in a neo-Western alternate history America, Dustborn puts players into the shoes of Pax, an elite who's been hired to transport a package across the justice-controlled American Republic. Along a group of misfit friends, you must travel undercover as a folk punk rock band, evade the people who are as desperate to get their hands on the package, overcome challenge, and expand your crew. I personally am not interested in this game at all. Of course, I am not happy with the kind of the story that they're going with so far. I don't think that it looks that visually impressive either. They clearly are trying to go for like this cell shaded, like comic book look. It's very Borderlands, in my opinion, which I like Borderlands, but there's no way that cool or decent visuals are going to bring me into a mess like this. And it currently does not have a release date, but it did say 2023. Didn't have like a specific release date, and Steam just says coming soon. I don't think that this is going to go very well, but I didn't know much about Red Thread Games. I hadn't heard about them before. I didn't know any of their other work, so I decided to go to their social media. And keep in mind, they don't really post on their social media. They have been inactive since 2022. They didn't even post the game's trailer for some reason, but I found two posts that really scream to me. The first one, it says, we're hiring a writer. We're looking for diverse candidates for a remote writing position with deep knowledge of US culture, media, politics, geography, and history. So right off the bat, they were not looking for someone who maybe has a lot of background in writing. They were simply looking for diverse candidates. That is all that they said on social media, and they even tagged some groups, as you can see on the right side, like Women in Games and POC in place. So that was really a big focus for them. But they also had somebody else, one of their writers and designers, make a post about it and retweet it saying, Red Thread is looking for a remote writer for Dustborn. No professional experience is required, but you do need a portfolio, and we're specifically looking for American writers with lived-in experience reflecting our diverse cast. What a way to, word the fact that you only want a diverse and inclusive cast behind the scenes, a creative team, and you also are not looking for a professional. That's why this game sounds terrible, in my opinion. I mean, just the dialogue in the trailer alone was clearly poorly written and poorly executed. It's because they didn't actually hire professionals. They were more worried about hiring a diverse group of creatives. I don't think that this game is going to go over very well. I think it's going to continue to get absolutely obliterated, and whenever it comes out, I'm sure that it's going to face a ton of backlash. It's going to be roasted yet again, but I thought that this was hilarious. The next Saints Row reboot seems to be on its way. It should be releasing this year, and while I do not think I will be playing it, I definitely cannot wait to see the shitstorm that surrounds this. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.